This is Michael Wilson. This is a part of our Faith at Work series. And so we're going to start with the good news for our faith at work. We will be doing a deep dive looking at how Jesus wants us to live our faith at work. So we start with the good news. Here's what Jesus had to say. I have said these things to you that in me you may have peace. In the world, you're going to have tribulation. That includes at work. But take heart. I have overcome the world. So Jesus shows us clearly the way to work out our faith at work. Jesus also has good news for us. We are not to despair. We are to have courage. We're to take heart, and we're going to need courage. God gives us strength to people of faith at work. He enables them to be courageous through his gift of faith. God proves himself faithful to his promises and enables his people to trust him in everyday life. So, can I actually be brave under difficult circumstances or in the face of opposition at work? Am I prepared to do dangerous and risky things in obedience to God? Do I believe that Jesus will strengthen, guard, and protect me? We live in a world with challenges and struggles and hardships. Demonstrating our faith at work is not easy at all. Sometimes we may feel overwhelmed by the pressures and demands of our work. We may wonder, how can we keep our faith strong and our joy intact in the midst of difficulties like this? Well, Jesus has given us a promise and a hope that can sustain us through any situation. He has told us he has overcome the world and that we can have peace in him. He invites us to take heart and to trust in his power and his presence. He's given us the power of the Holy Spirit. He wants us to live out our faith at work as a testimony to his grace and love. And he wants us to be his light and salt in a dark and tasteless world. He wants us to be. And so we're his ambassadors and his change agents in the world and our workplace. He wants us to glorify him with our words, our actions, and our attitudes. He wants us to follow his example and serve others with humility, compassion, and excellence. He wants us to be faithful stewards of talents, gifts, and resources. He has given those to us. He has given them to us through the power of his Holy Spirit. He wants us to honor him with our whole lives. In the Old Testament, we read where Nathan was willing to stand up to King David, the king of Israel. God told him to, and he did. Am I willing to stand up to the powerful? Well, in the New Testament, we read where John the Baptist did the same with Herod. He ended up headless and dead. John was willing to die for God. Consider also Azariah, Moses, and Noah. All had amazing courage from Jesus, our master, and all exhibited and worked it out in their faith at work. So we have some mighty good news, brothers and sisters. We can live out our faith at work through the power of the Holy Spirit.